As part of my Media City and Cultural Capital course, I visited the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. It was absolutely stunning. It was incredibly exciting to see the Olympic rings atop of one of the large hills, the Arcelor Middle Orbit Tower, which will soon be home to the world's largest slide, the famous Vela Park cycling arena. The scenery and canals were stunningly beautiful. All around us were great achievements of athletic prowess. It was a wonderful place to visit and has arguably brought a lot of good economic promise into the community. However, the Olympic Park is still a deeply complicated area. Before building on the facilities broke ground, the area was a blue-collar, low-income neighborhood. Most people who lived there worked in the factories nearby. They could walk to work. This was their home. Now the park spans 560 acres, acres where families and working-class people were pushed out of their houses, acres taken from them. Our tour guide, John, made a point of telling us this. He said, "There's been a loss here." It was hard to walk through the beautiful scenery and look at the incredible architecture and not think of the people who had given up their homes for what has now been converted into private property using public money. John pointed out the remaining warehouses where the factories used to be, now empty, earning more money unoccupied. "That's the last bit of what this place used to look like," he said. The park used to have a display here where this group of tourists is gathered, with photographs showing what the neighborhood used to look like, but they've since taken it down, covering their tracks as they further develop their surrounding area. I remember when the Olympic Games were in London and hearing briefly about the outcry from the community back when I was too young to understand what gentrification was. I remember thinking, well, it'll be okay. They can't just kick them out. Except that's exactly what they did, and it seems to be what they're doing now in Brazil as they get ready to host the Games there. The Accolades Village, where the Olympic athletes once stayed, should have been given over to public housing, but it's now highly expensive apartments for the wealthy white-collar business class. They reminded me of the Victor's Village in the Hunger Games, standing over a bittersweet victory, looking into a disappearing community and wondering, was it worth it?